Welcome back to the Legends of Antiquity, where myth breathes in every river bend and story is the drumbeat of our souls. I'm tewagī ānibesa, your guide through time's thick forests. Today, we trace the footsteps of Eri, the divine artisan who forged the first kingdom in Egubolen Nui. Stay close, for this tale is the blueprint of order itself. The voice of Chukwu. Before villages rose or yams were planted, the land lay fractured, hunters and farmers locked in endless strife, fields left fallow under the weight of fear. From the bright throne of the cosmos, Chukwu, the great spirit, surveyed this chaos. In a voice like rolling thunder, he spoke a single word of power. Let order rise from chaos, let peace be sown across the fields. At that divine utterance, the sky split, and a slender boat of burning ebony, etched with the Olfo, the rod of truth, drifted down like a falling star. Its hull glowed with celestial fire, carrying the promise of a new age. The descent on the Anambra, on a night bathed in silver starlight. The ebony boat glided ashore beneath an ancient grove of iroko trees. Villagers clad in leopard skins and clay pottery dangling from their hips gathered at the river's edge, whispers rippling through the crowd. A tall figure emerged, draped in shadow. In his hand, he held a diviner's staff, carved from the same ebony as his vessel, its tip crowned with kola nut blossoms. He surveyed the assembly, then spoke in a voice that bore both calm and command. Eri? I am Eri, child of Chukwu. I come to mold this earth into abundance. He planted his staff in the riverbank's rich loam. The ground trembled faintly, and from that single point of contact, yam shoots thick and verdant burst forth, coiling toward the moonlight. The people wept with relief and awe, bending low and whispering his new name. Proud soft chorus, Onye Zube the Maker, Onye Zube the Maker, taming the wild clans. Though the land now teemed with life, old rivalries still roamed the forests. Hunters claimed prime hunting grounds by spear point. Farmers tilled fertile swaths by machete. To end the bloodshed, he recalled the first Uzama 5 elder chieftains to convene beneath the Iroko's vast canopy. He sat at the center of a circle, his cloak pooling like midnight. One by one, the Uzama approached with offerings, kola nuts, palm oil, and carved wooden figurines. Eri accepted each gift and spoke. Iri, let the Irihi New-Yam Festival bind our harvests. Let each year begin with sacrifice to Allah, Earth Mother, and let every oath on this Ofo be an unbreakable vow. Those who betray it shall stand alone. From that day forward, disputes were no longer decided by might, but by ritual. When the yams were first cut each season, the people bowed to Allah. When conflicts arose, they knelt before the Ozama, who judged with wisdom rather than war, union of spirit and flesh. Even a divine maker longs for love. Eri's heart stirred when he beheld Oboli, a maiden whose laughter was like sunrise. For 12 nights they danced beneath the new moon, drums echoing, fireflies spiraling among them. And on the 13th dawn, 2 cries pierced the camp. Twin sons had arrived, swaddled in cloth dyed with ochre and charcoal. Oguru and Ojugo lay side by side. Eri lifted them high, the morning light glinting off the kola-nut crown on his brow. Eri, through you my song endures. Through you Enri shall stand. He carved miniature iroko staffs, one for each boy, and placed them in their tiny fists, sealing their destiny as progenitors of the Agulu and Oji clans, building walls and moats. As Neri prospered, whispers of envy and the rumble of approaching raiders drifted on the wind. Beasts prowled the outskirts, and some villages quaked at the sound of clan warriors amassing. Eri rose at dawn and spoke to his people. Eri, we must shape the land as we have shaped our souls. Build the Iya a moat, blessed with river water, and raise the Ogida, our walls of mud and palm. Men dug, women carried calabashes of clay, and children sang as they ran beside the work crews. When the ramparts soared, Eri walked their length, striking his staff against the largest gatepost. Eri, may these walls shield our bodies and symbolize our unity, our faith, our pledge to one another. Never again did an enemy breach Nri's boundary. Eri's disappearance into the earth. Time etched new lines on Eri's face. One dawn, as the sun's first rays kissed the horizon, he summoned all to the central plaza. Eri, I have planted truth in your hearts. Now I return to Chuku. Fear not. I remain in your rights. In the kola you break, in every drum beat. He walked to the sacred stream, feeding the moat, dipped his staff into the water's glowing surface, and stepped forward. In an instant, the waters closed over him like a living door. Gasps rose from the crowd as Eri vanished into the earth, leaving only the echo of his command. From that day, the Azinri priest king would stand as his steward, wielding the Ofo and guiding the kingdom in Eri's name. Legacy of the Ofo and the Omanala. Centuries flow like rivers, yet Eri's presence endures. Each Azinri begins his reign by swearing upon the Ofo, upholding the Omanala. The customs and moral laws Eri first declared. Every Erigi festival, every kola-breaking ceremony, every healing ritual echoes Eri's original rites. Every travelers still whisper of Nui's miracles. Gardens that yield without fail, clay pots that sing in the fire's heat, and priests whose invocation of Eri brings both peace and prosperity. When kola is broken in your hand, remember, you speak both to Chuku and to Eri, for their voices dwell in every root, every riverbank, and every heartbeat of inner lessons. Ritual as foundation, true harmony springs from shared ceremonies like the New-Yam Festival and odes on the Ofo that bind communities in gratitude, accountability, and justice. Collective governance. The Ozoma Council shows that wise elders and communal checks prevent tyranny, teaching us to honor both authority and the voice of the people. Creative partnership. Eri and Oboli's union reminds us that lasting legacies grow from the balanced union of masculine and feminine energies, each essential to creation, sacred boundaries. Building moats and walls isn't only defense, it defines shared identity and preserves cultural sanctity, a lesson for safeguarding our own communities. Servant leadership. Eri's willing departure into the earth illustrates that true leaders plant seeds for others to harvest, stepping aside so institutions and people can flourish. Living memory. By renewing festivals and rituals each year, we become active participants in our heritage, underscoring that culture lives in practice, not just in stories. Thank you for joining this richly woven journey into the epic of Ere and the founding of Enri. May these lessons guide your steps, reminding you that order is not given but built through ritual, partnership, and sacrifice. Until our next voyage into the legends of antiquity, walk bold and remember who you are.